Hi, I'm David Phelps, the CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. As the country begins reopening after the COVID shutdown, we see a lot of optimism. We see a surge in the stock market. We see, in many cases, not all, but many cases, businesses that have been able to sustain the gap through the COVID shutdown are seeing business coming back. Consumers are wanting to get back out and get into their quote normal routines as much as possible, and that's a good thing. I'm all for optimism. I'm also for consumer confidence. I'm about the entrepreneurial capabilities of the U.S. America. That's what we were built on. However, not to take away from the optimism, but there is still a lot of fundamental infrastructure problems that we still face. Realize that the surge built up by the federal stimulus, pumping trillions of dollars into the economy. That's essentially what I call helicopter or fake money. Digital printing of money with no gold standard cannot have a good long-term effect. Short-term, yeah, you can put a Band-Aid on anything and make it look good, but that's what we're doing right now. So the Fed's keeping the economy going, doesn't want massive unemployment, doesn't want more people on food stamps, and people typically, the unrest in the streets would be huge. So I get it, have to do it to some extent, but there's still going to be pain to be paid down the road, and that's what I want to warn people against. Yes, make hay while the sun shines. In fact, I would say that, notwithstanding what happens in the November elections, and I'm not going to be political here, but I'm just going to say, if we go back to the other side, the more liberal progressive side, the populist side of collectivism and socialism, if we go back to that in November, all bets are off. I'm just saying, you can choose who you like and choose whatever your flavor of philosophical society is, but I'm just saying all bets are off. Now, I'm not singing praises that everything Trump does is wonderful and great. I get all that. I mean, can hate him for who he is, but I'm just saying that we have the best chance with Trump. So if Trump wins, I think we've got a window of time where we still can still build up a hedge against the future disruption. So either way, either party, it's still not going to be easy. Doesn't make a difference. You have a relatively short time, I think, to get your house in order if you haven't done it already, meaning get your lifestyle margins down, get bad debt paid off, get your business in a better place after the lessons learned from COVID. What lessons have you learned that you put into place? Your investments, where are they? What have you done to learn how to orchestrate your future? These are key things that in the past, people didn't have to worry about so much. Yeah, in the past we had pension plans and we had economies that still had ups and downs, but they're a long time in between the disruptions. This is last 10 years. We've had a long bull run market where people get complacent, right? The stock market goes up, real estate goes up, businesses are good, unemployment's down, and we've had this big reversal. Yeah, not caused by a problem in the economics, but caused by a virus. I still say there's huge economic problems. In fact, we've added another $5-6 trillion to the national debt in just 2.5 to 3 months. That's massive debt that has to be paid back. Where's that going to happen? Look, the reason why the stock market is back strong again after the downturn in March, losing a third of its value, is several reasons. One, we've had the Federal Reserve came to the call and pumped trillions of dollars in the economy. So that staves off the unrest of the investors. So that helps get it back up again. We've had a lot of people that used to be at work and used to be like to gamble, right? Bet on races and things like that. Well, that hasn't been there right now. So where have they gone? They've gone to the Robinhood app and have been playing day traders, on Robinhood app. So they've been tickering the prices up in a very inorganic way on the market. So you see that effect. I would say that also as I said earlier, the stimulus that's pumped all this money into the economy, it's kept the businesses afloat. It's made consumers artificially think that they have more money than they have. Those that have been unemployed have been making more money unemployed. All of this is going to have an effect down the road. When the Fed has to pull back, and they will, you're going to see things happen. There's going to be a new bubble in assets. Look, the U.S. is still the best of the worst. The best of the worst. So there's a flight to quality. When we have all this global instability, still the U.S. is looked upon as the place to go. Now, there's bigger problems coming down the pipeline in years to come. China, the yuan as possibly the currency that may take over and become the sovereign, not the sovereign, but the global currency. There's issues coming down the road. You've got to be preparing now. You can't just rely on what you see right now in the marketplace. It's easy to do. It's easy to feel good about the comeback. I get that. But if you're not positioning yourself for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years out, you're missing the boat. There's still an opportunity to do that, but you've got to be with a group, a leadership that knows how to drive those long-term. I call it the long game. Short game, long game. Too many people play the short game. Don't look at the long game. The long game is super important if you want to protect yourself, your family, your legacy, and have a chance in the turbulence to come. That's my focus for today. Look at the long game. Where's your tribe? Who are you following? Who's going to give you the information you need when you need it? That's a question for you. Figure that one out. Remember, always stay focused on your freedom, and I'll see you next time.